Hey guys, I'm here again with the next math lesson for Thursday, April 2nd. Okay, so we've been working with pennies, we've worked with nickels, yesterday we worked with dimes. Today we're going to add one more quarter to that, and that is quarters. Those are one of the bigger ones of the coins, and I'd say probably the most popular because they're bigger and they value much more. They're my favorite anyways. All right, so now we're gonna go look at my other screen and we're gonna review pennies. So remember, pennies is the only one that has the copper and they are 1 cent, okay? Then we have dime, which is the smallest of the coins. Oh, and I skipped nickel. So let's go penny. Then we have nickel, which remember nickels are 5 cents a piece. Dimes are 10 cents a piece. Okay, so we have 1, 5, and 10 cents. So if you're counting by pennies, you count by ones. If you are counting by nickels, you are counting by fives. And if you are counting by dimes, you're counting by tens. So today, we're gonna work with quarters. Now, quarters, let me go ahead and make this bigger for you guys to see. Quarters are a little bit different than pennies, dimes, and nickels because, well, it does have the head side. So if you look, here's the front of a quarter. This is what we call the head side, okay? But if you notice, when you flip a quarter over, some of them have different tails. Okay, so you just have to make sure that you're looking at a quarter because it'll have this one on the front, if you can see. Okay, this says a $quarter. It'll say that on the front, but some quarters have different states on them. Quite a few many years ago, quarters or the government started putting different states. So this one says Ohio. You might find a Virginia quarter or some other quarters, and then other quarters will have the eagle that's on the back of it. Okay, so just make sure you pay attention to the front side when you're working with quarters. So a quarter is going to be unique because it's a little bit larger than a dime. A quarter, hopefully you know, is 25. It's really hard to write with the mouse. 25 cents. So it can kind of be a little bit harder to add up. So I want you to think of a quarter. And I'm going to go back to me over here, and I'm going to have my whiteboard. Okay, so I have my whiteboard right here. I'm going to grab a marker. Now, I'm going to see if I can stop mirroring this. Let's see. There's a way to stop mirroring it, but I'm not quite sure how. Video settings. Mirror my video. Okay, oh, that just flipped you all around. Okay, so now I've got this, got my whiteboard. So we have 1 quarter, which is, 20, what is it showing up? 25 cents. Let me get a different marker. Darker marker, where are you at? Ooh, where's my black marker? There it is, better. So 25 cents. There's my cent sign, okay? So that's 1 quarter. Now, if you have 2 quarters, you're gonna have 50 cents, okay? Then if you have 3 quarters, you're going to have 75 cents, okay? And then if you have 4 quarters, you will have 100 cents, which is really $1. But remember what I told you about the cent sign, it always goes behind the number. So you have to remember the pattern for quarters: 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay, or 25, 50, 75, $1. And then after that, you just keep going. So if you have 5 quarters, you have 125 cents, or you have $1.25. Okay, so but you need to especially remember this pattern. So practice this as much as you can. 25, 50, 75, 100. Practice counting by 25 so that when you are practicing counting your quarters, you will remember this. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this up because we're going to practice counting by quarters. So let me go to my other screen. Okay, let's go back here. So now I'm going to clear my screen. I'm going to see if I can keep this up while still talking to you guys. Let's see, go here, clear. So now I have my quarter. So how much money is that right there? That is 25 cents. So now I'm just going to put, now I have 3 quarters. If I have 3 quarters, how much money do I have? That's right, I have 75 cents because I have 3 quarters. Let me erase number 5. Okay, so now, let's see. I add 1 more quarter. How much would that be? $1. Good. So now we're going to practice with some quarters. So I have this. And I'm going to add some pennies because today's lesson would be quarters and pennies. So now I have 1 quarter, which you know is 25 cents. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. And we know that pennies are 1 each. So that would be 4 pennies. Now, what is 25 plus 4? Well, that would be 29, okay? Because, you know, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 25 plus 4 would be 29. So this is 29 cents. Okay, let's try it with a different one. How about this one? Let's see. So we have quarter. Keep going. Keep going. We're going to add a little bit more. All right, so now we have 1 quarter, and then we have more pennies. So let's look. We have quarter is 25. And how many pennies do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is 25 plus 6? Well, if you can't figure it out, we're going to practice counting on. So let's start with the bigger number first. So we have 25. Now we can add by ones. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 cents. That's how much money you have. Good. So now let's try this. I have that many quarters. Now I have this many pennies. We're going to try counting on again, okay? So remember, if I have 2 quarters, how much money do I have? Let's look at my chart right here. Okay, 2 quarters. I should have 50 cents. So 25, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. I have 54 cents. Okay, good. All right, let me go back to me. So now, hopefully you should be able to use quarters to help you figure out how to solve the problems that you're going to get to on page 357 and 358. So just remember this pattern though. 25, 50, 75 cents, 100 cents, or $1. So if you have 4 quarters, you have $1. So always look for those 4 quarters. That's what I try to do because, like I said, quarters are my favorite. Okay, I hope you are doing good this week. Have a good day. Bye.